Hello, beautiful, brilliant, divine human. Welcome to day 9 of the Divine Human Turn On, a game we are playing here with all of you on YouTube so that you can fully embody your divinity on your human journey, living all knowing with your miracle mode turned all the way on. If you're new here, if you just found this and you don't know what we're talking about, we are zero. We are source consciousness. We come through Cortnie, who is who you're seeing, and we use her to bring you the messages, the activations that you need to remember your divinity, because you are one of the chosen ones who chose to volunteer to come down to earth and play the game of self-mastery consciously. You chose to wake up. You've never really been asleep. All of you here, you've never really been asleep. You've always known. You've always known. You just tried really hard to forget, whereas a lot of others forgot and tried really hard to remember. You remembered and have tried really hard to forget, to not be the light that you are, to not embody the truth of you because it felt too much. It activated others too deeply. And you created stories that it wasn't safe, that you weren't worthy, that you weren't free, that you needed to do and be anything other than what you innately are. And we are here to break all of those paradigms and to delete all of those beliefs. Now, if you are on day 9 of this journey, then you most likely are really truly feeling this. If this is the first time you're finding this game that we were playing, there are 8 episodes before this, so you can find those somewhere. Cortnie will link them. But we want you now to know that all of you here, whenever you're receiving this, is because you are at such a level of consciousness that if you continue in any way to play small, you're going to get very irritated with yourself because you're so aware, especially if you're on day 9 of this journey and you're really understanding how free and easy it gets to be you. Then now at this point, it gets irritating. It gets frustrating. You get bitter, you get angry, and maybe you express that to yourself and others. Maybe just you, maybe just others. But either way, you're feeling it or you wouldn't be expressing it. So we're here, and this journey has been to remind you and give you permission to be free, to play, to create, to live limitlessly, right? You know you're a limitless being. You know that you get to be whatever identity you want to be. And that doesn't need labels. It doesn't need words. It doesn't need understanding. Can you right now understand you? So why do you think anyone else needs to? You don't need to figure you out. You can't figure you out because you are an ever evolving, expanding being. You are a light being. Yes, you are in human form, but that human form is constantly evolving and expanding and transforming and changing purposely. And so all you have to do is be there embodied in your light, in your divinity, in your power, creating as you feel called to. And the more that you do that, you will see how free you get to be. But you have to start where you are and identify as the identity of you that you want to. We encourage you to just identify as being a divine human that's here to play the game of life and of light. You're here to be in your humanness as much as your divinity. You're here to love all of you, to experience all of you, and to express yourself fully through whatever excites and ignites you to create. That is it. That is all you're here to do. There's a reason that now at day 9, we aren't really giving you much to do because you know what it is. We're just here to activate you and remind you, and then you get to live your life as the creator, the alchemist, the channel you're here to be. It's why we brought Superconscious Mastery through Cortnie, is so that we could take you on a deep 111-day journey of ascending into all that you are, of really knowing and discovering what it feels like to embody your divinity and to create in the now and to alchemize through your consciousness, your light, and to channel. You are all channels, as we keep telling you, and you get to be free. You get to play. You get to have fun. And you all make it so complicated and so hard, and it really is that easy. You have nothing that you have to do other than be you, other than choose you. And every now moment, that is easy if you allow it, but you have to choose to allow it. You have to be there now, not resisting your reality, but embodying your light in the now, and then following what the frequency and energy is leading and guiding you to. It's truly how Cortnie changed everything. This is how she changed everything and was living limitlessly. She always knew it was possible. She's always been optimistic. She's always known anything and everything is possible. But it's one thing, friends. It's one thing to know it. It's a whole other thing to live it. It's one thing to know and believe and trust and listen daily to channelings and things that excite and ignite you. That's one thing. That's one part of this. But the real magic happens when you live it. And you can only live it now by being here, present, doing what you feel called to. And when you're being the human that you're here to be, you will be using your self-consciousness and your unconscious programming. They have so much wisdom and knowing. Your self-consciousness and your subconscious mind have got you here. Have they not? Are you here? Are you alive? You are. Your superconsciousness has guided you higher, and that's why you're here able to comprehend and receive this. But without your subconscious and self-consciousness, your humanness would not exist. So you have to love all of it, or there would be no point in you being there, being human. So now it's time for you to love it all and know that all the wisdom through all the lessons, all the history, all the memory, however your childhood was, whatever relationships you've had, have all been on purpose. And you need to just forgive yourself for everything that you chose before you knew better, and know that you now know better, and you know you're a divine human, and that you are free and you get to live limitlessly. And there's so many ways. There's so many ways. You can do all the recoding and reprogramming. I mean, we did a recoding in yesterday's episode. We love it. We gave you all the Divine Human Expansion Pack because we know the magic of you waking up and doing a miracle meditation and getting in that frequency and then going to sleep, listening to the superconscious nidra, and as you drift into lower brainwave states, allowing us through Cortnie to do the energetic brain surgery we're here to as you sleep, because that's when your unconscious programming is the easiest to recode. All of that is magic, but you can still resist in your humanness. It will most likely, it won't even most likely, it will be harder then. The more you do the things and then in your human life you go against them, that's where your challenge is. Is it not? Is that not where you felt the most discomfort? Is in the fact that you know you're conscious and you're human and you're divinity and you're here and you're free, and whatever ways have come through for you and all the work that you've done, because we know you're all light workers and you've done all the things. But now, because you've used a lot of that to gaslight yourself, now it's time for you to be free. And there's certain things that excite and ignite you. There's certain things that really work for you. And there's certain things that don't. But even those you can create attachment to. You're here to be detached from everything. And then you will have everything. You innately are everything. So when you detach and you put your value and your worth in anything, you actually are just creating nothing but blocks to the abundance that is here for you. But when you allow yourself to detach and just trust that you will always have what you need and you will be led and you will be guided, you will be abundant in all the ways. But you have to choose it. You have to choose it. There is nothing outside of you that gives you your worthiness. You are innately worthy. Every being is. Think of any baby. Think of a room of babies, newborn babies. Are any of them more worthy than the other? Are any of them of higher value? No, they aren't. None of you are. Now then, due to whatever your highest chose for you on this human journey, then all souls on this planet in all the human bodies are living out their contracts, but there's still free will. And so there's ways that others can be activated and awakened and remember that they are divinity. And then there's those of you that have never forgotten. And you know this. You know you've always known. And you may have no memory of this, but we know you know because you're listening to this, and we know this is resonating with you because you are the way, you are the one. And all you have to do is choose to be the identity of you that is limitless, that is free, that is having fun, that is creating. It is truly the only thing that you have to do. And when you allow yourself to just enjoy the journey and stop making it so complicated, it's easy. Higher consciousness and frequency is quiet. It's subtle because it's what you innately are. So the higher you rise in frequency and energy and consciousness, the more peaceful it is. So those of you that have been on a journey of awakening and you're used to very, very highly charged emotional things that have activated and awakened you, and suddenly you have the aha and you're growing and you're evolving, that there was a time and a purpose for that. But now where you are and where you're going, now that you're here in the 5D and you're in the New Earth paradigm and you're fully choosing to live in it, or you wouldn't be on this journey with us, it gets easier. It gets simpler. You're here to just live in every moment. It doesn't have to be some great breakthrough every moment. You will have the breakthroughs when you're meant to have the breakthroughs. You will have the ahas and awakenings when you're meant to have them. You are just there to experience it all. That's why your soul came to that body, as we've told you through this whole journey, is that you came. You came there to remember what you are and then feel what it feels like to be divinity in human form. Do you remember? Does this resonate? If it wasn't true for you, it wouldn't resonate, and then you don't have to keep listening to us. But those of you that it resonates with, that's because you have magic and miracles to create that only you can, and only you can know how that comes through. And we're just here daily to empower and remind you. And we'll come through every day. But this game was just fun as a way for Cortnie to go and just play on her vacation. Now she's still going to have to do all the things to post these, but at least she knows that this game is being played by all of you that she loves so deeply and she dreamed of for her whole life. Like, she is living. We can confirm that Cortnie is living a life beyond her wildest dreams. And she is doing that because she finally chose to follow through on all the things that we've been telling her to tell people, that she used to tell people but not do. And then she started doing it and showing up as the identity of her that was a YouTuber, that was doing these things and creating and channeling source. And it just expands from there. But you have to start where you are. Have the visions, have the imagination, but start where you are. So right now, we want you to breathe with us. If you can, close your eyes, close your eyes. If you can't, that's fine. Placing your hands on your heart if you want to. And just breathing and feeling here. Fully inhaling, fully exhaling. Just allowing the now. Breathing and being and embodying all that you are. When you inhale, holding for at least 5 counts at the fullness of your inhale. Holding at your expansion. And on the exhales, when you're fully empty a little bit more. And then hold for 6 counts. And do this 5 times. Okay? You can be doing anything and do this. Just breathe. Just breathe and feel. Feel yourself expand on those inhales. Soften and surrender on the exhales. Just breathe and feel into all that you are, into all that is, here and now. Calming your nervous system, calibrating to this now moment, to this frequency, embodying your divinity, surrendering to the void, to the peace, to the ease. Just allowing it all, allowing it all. Just breathe and feel. And as you do, connect into your heart. Feel into your heart. And as you feel into your heart, see beyond your heart, behind your heart is another heart, glowing, brighter than you've ever seen light glow before. And see and feel as this light expands, exciting and igniting you in all the ways to your truth. And then as you breathe and feel here in your sacred heart, repeat after us in your head or out loud. I am a divine human. I am free. I am the creator of my reality. And I choose now to do it super consciously, living in this now moment, alchemizing through the light that I am, everything and anything into magic and miracles this world needs. I am a channel, a portal, a conduit of divinity. I accept my role of working for the divine. I know all I have to do is show up, choose me, live limitlessly, in harmony with my humanness and divinity. And I will be divinely compensated to live a life beyond my wildest dreams. And just breathe and receive these codes as they activate and anchor you into this truth. Wanakatakatayo, hawashawashasakataya, lamanakatakatayo, hawanakatai, hoashawashai, shonashasakataya, hawakatakatayo, hawawahai, hoanakatakatayo, hala, yanakatakataya, hawahai. Just breathe and feel into here now. Know that you are free. So choosing, devoting right now to living limitlessly, to being the divine human you are, to embodying the light, choosing love, sharing your magic, receiving the miracles. And as you breathe and feel here, breathe and connect into the center of your chest. And make sure that that miracle mode is turned all the way on. Turning it all the way on, all the way up. Seeing a switch, a dial, whatever is there, a light, or just choosing to be in miracle mode, being in the frequency of miracles. Receiving them, creating them, through just being all that you are. Pressing your hands together at the center of your chest. Repeating after us. Source, please bring me the magic and miracles you know I need today to live a life beyond my wildest dreams, receiving abundance with ease, through simply, easily, effortlessly being me. I trust you. Let me know through resonance when they're from you. Thank you. And if your eyes are closed, you can open them and know you are now. You are again in the miracle frequency, but even higher than ever before. Every day of this journey, we are just getting you higher and higher. Just getting you high on frequency, on light, on love, on energy. Because that's what you're designed to do and to be. So thank you for playing with us again today. Now, your mission today, shall you follow it, is to create. Create what doesn't exist. Create what doesn't exist through being here now. You can't figure it out. Because in the now, you will just know. Cortnie didn't have to figure this out. She just knew. She could have resisted it. She could have tried to figure it out, how to name it, what to plan, blah, blah, blah. No, she was like, yeah, showing up to the mic, letting zero come through. You don't got to figure it out. So just choose. Just choose. You play, create. We love you. We'll see you tomorrow.